Oh no, 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 no. No. Oh my, oh no. Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears and I am back with another video here at my house. This one is another of our Q&A series and it's all about Disney characters. You asked me so many great questions about where to meet different characters, what are the best character interactions, tips for the best character meet and greets, and I am here to answer all of those questions on this episode of our Q&A. Before I get started, here is a magic disclaimer. While this video is not going to go into the behind the scenes and the magic of how the characters come to life, you still may want to consider watching it before you watch with your kids because we're going to be talking a lot about characters, so that's cool. That's all I'm going to say. Also, don't ruin the magic. Where can you meet all the princesses outside of character dining? Well, there are a lot of Disney princesses and you can find at least one in almost all of the parks. Of course, the majority of them are hanging out in Magic Kingdom. You can find 4 different princesses inside Princess Fairy Tale Hall in Fantasyland. Typically, one side of the queue will be a meet and greet with Cinderella and Elena of Avalor, and the other side of the queue will be a meet and greet with Princess Tiana and Rapunzel. Also in Magic Kingdom, you can go to Ariel's Grotto, where you can see Ariel in her mermaid tail, which is very fun. Also in New Fantasyland is Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is an interactive show that your kids can be a part of, but that is the only way that you can see Belle as a character meet and greet in the Magic Kingdom, but it's not your traditional meet and greet, I should say. You can meet Merida over in the Fairy Tale Garden in Fantasyland. You can meet Princess Jasmine with Aladdin in Adventureland, and oftentimes you can meet Snow White in the morning in Town Square near Guest Relations. Over at Epcot, there's actually quite a few princesses there as well. You may not realize it. This is the only place you can meet Anna and Elsa. They are in the Norway Pavilion at the Royal Summer House. You can also meet Mulan in China. Belle in her blue dress, as well as Princess Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty, are hanging out in France. And Jasmine is in Morocco. You can also meet Snow White, usually in the afternoons, in Germany by the Wishing Well. And finally, if you head over to Disney's Animal Kingdom, this is the only place that you can see Pocahontas. A lot of people don't realize that she meets there, but she does by the Tree of Life in one of the Tree of Life trails. The best place to meet Mickey Mouse, in my opinion, outside of character dining. As a note, we're not going to be talking about character dining very much in this video. That is included in some of my other Q&As, the table service one in particular. But back to Mickey, where can you meet him? I think the best place to meet him is probably Magic Kingdom in Town Square Theater. He is in his magician costume and he's very cute, and you can use a FastPass there. You can also meet Mickey if you're more of a traditionalist. You can meet him in his classic red pants tux situation over at Epcot in a new meet and greet location in the Imagination Pavilion. The easiest place to meet Mickey and Minnie would be at Animal Kingdom at the Adventurers Outpost. It's the only meet and greet where Mickey and Minnie are there together and you can get a picture of them standing like in the middle, Mickey and Minnie on both sides, plus his FastPass character meet and greet location. The other place that you can meet Mickey and Minnie, one right after the other, is in Disney's Hollywood Studios. They do have a meet and greet where you meet Minnie in her like Hollywood's best ball gown and then Mickey as Sorcerer Mickey, but you meet them one right after the other. So you meet Minnie first and then Mickey, and there's no FastPass, so the line does get a little long. How many outfits can you meet Mickey in? Well, quite a lot. This is a very stylish mouse we're talking about. You can meet Magician Mickey at the Town Square Theater in Magic Kingdom. You can meet Classic Mickey at the Imagination Pavilion in Epcot. You can meet Sorcerer Mickey in Disney's Hollywood Studios, and you can meet Adventure Safari Mickey in Disney's Animal Kingdom. At the resorts, you can meet Relaxed Hawaiian Mickey at Ohana Character Breakfast. You can meet Painter Mickey at Topolino's Terrace at the Riviera Resort at their Character Breakfast. At Epcot's Garden Grill, you can meet Farmer Mickey. That's a very adorable one. And at Chef Mickey's, of course, you can meet Chef Mickey. You can also see Mickey in some fun outfits at the special events like the parties at the Magic Kingdom. For example, at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Mickey is there and he is wearing a Halloween costume. It's super, super cute. I've seen him dressed up as a wizard. I've seen him dressed up as a vampire. Mickey's got a couple different outfits there. You can also meet Mickey at the Christmas party. At Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, he's gonna have on some type of holiday garb. It will be very adorable. And then again, if you do other special events, like perhaps some of the Run Disney races, you may see Mickey there in his workout gear or something like that. So Mickey's got over 200 different outfits, which is just about as many as I do. And again, he's a very stylish mouse. Which characters should you FastPass? Well, first of all, let's talk about which characters you can FastPass. In the Magic Kingdom, you can get a FastPass for Town Square Theater to meet Mickey Mouse. You can also get a FastPass for Town Square Theater to meet Tinkerbell. You can get FastPasses for Princess Fairy Tale Hall, but keep in mind you'll get one for the Princess Elena and the Cinderella side, and then another FastPass for the Princess Tiana Rapunzel side. You can get a FastPass to meet Ariel in her grotto, and you can get a FastPass for Enchanted Tales with Belle. And then over at Animal Kingdom, you can get a FastPass, like I said, for the Mickey and Minnie at Adventurous Outpost. So those are the FastPass characters. The answer to the question though, honestly, it depends on who you want to meet. If there's a character, if you love Tinkerbell and you absolutely want to meet her and you want to not wait in a line, then sure, why not get a FastPass if you're able to? Of course, the best bang for your buck would be to get a FastPass like at Princess Fairy Tale Hall or at the Mickey and Minnie meet and greet in Animal Kingdom, where you're getting 2 characters for 1 FastPass. Usually during the day, some of those other characters that get longer lines are Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is great because it's a show as well as a photo with the characters. So it's a little bit more, you get a little bit more with your FastPass, I guess. That usually has a pretty long line. Tinkerbell usually has a pretty long line. So honestly though, if you want to meet one of those characters and there's a FastPass available when you are booking, I don't usually book characters as like my initial 3 FastPasses, but throughout the day, why not get one? Save yourself some time, hug one of your favorite characters. Should you meet characters if you are a childless millennial or don't have kids? Yeah, have you seen me? I don't have kids and I literally love meeting Disney characters.
Hi, Goofy! How are you? Look, all my friends are in there. Hi, Donald! How are you? All my friends are in there.
But I get it. I realize not everybody likes meeting the characters. That's not everybody's thing. Some people feel awkward. So I do think it's a fun part of the experience. I think going to Disney World to me also involves hugging Mickey Mouse or waving at Cinderella. But if that's not for you, you know, then that's not for you. But I would say advice for if you're going with someone that doesn't want to meet the characters or feels weird about it, and you do, I think a lot of people feel more awkward with like the princesses and people that will talk to you as opposed to like Mickey, Tigger, Woody, Sully, some of these other characters. So maybe just stick with those typed characters. Also keep in mind, there's some really cool characters you can meet that like nobody's too cool for. So maybe perhaps your boyfriend or whoever you're going with is a Star Wars fan. They can see Stormtroopers, they can see Chewbacca, they can see Darth Vader. Those are all really cool characters that you can meet inside Hollywood Studios.
Hi, BB-8!
Long story short, do it for the gram. Do it just to get a picture. Figure out whoever you're going with's favorite character. See if they want to get a picture with them, or I don't know, bribe them with a Mickey's ice cream bar to take a picture with your favorite character. But I do think meeting characters is part of it. So it's fun for me, but it's not for everybody. Hey Darth, hey pal.
Troy.
Hey.
Scan's complete, sir.
Thank you, Darth.
You may freely found our discussion.
Of the current meet and greets, who is the hardest to meet? I would say if you watch the character challenge video where I ran around Disney World and met as many characters as I could, we will link it for you. I met over 30 characters in one day across 3 parks. It was nuts. But a lot of the characters, especially in Magic Kingdom, have really weird set times. So they will only be out for like 2 hours in the morning. Like the day I went, Alice was only out from like 9 to 11 a.m. near the teacups. Mary Poppins was only out from like 10 to noon at the Liberty Square gazebo. Aladdin and Jasmine, their last set was at like 1 p.m. Captain Jack was only out in the mid-morning. Peter Pan was only out from like 1 to 4 p.m. So it's, if you want to meet a lot of characters and that's the kind of the purpose of your day, it's kind of like a puzzle trying to figure out when you're going to go and how you're going to get there. So what I would say is if there is a character you definitely want to meet, make sure you are checking multiple sources to figure out what time their sets are. You can't always find all the character set times on the My Disney Experience app. So what I did before I went on that character challenge is I went on the My Disney Experience, the website, like on a computer, and I looked up the Magic Kingdom characters, and it'll say like Alice meets typically from 9 to 11 or whatever. So then I would find that, I wrote that down, and then I used that in conjunction with a times guide and the My Disney Experience app in the park. So it does take a little bit of planning for some of the rarer, weirder characters, but if there's one in your mind that you definitely want to meet, just make sure you do your research and know what time they're going to be there. I'd also recommend trying to be at the earliest set you can. So for example, Peter Pan, he was doing sets from 1 to 4. I made sure I was there for his very first set at 1 o'clock because sometimes if a character line is getting too long, the character attendants, which are the friendly cast members in the blue shirts, they'll cut the line off and you won't be able to meet them even though the character's still out there because they're allotting for how long all the parties will take. So you always want to preferably be at the beginning of the set. Ooh, who is the rarest Disney character I've ever met? When I was little, I remember meeting a bunch of weird characters like Shang from Mulan. Don't think I've seen him since. Milo from Atlantis. And Cusco, the llama from Emperor's New Groove, who I really wish was still out. So those were from when I was little, so many moons ago. In the more recent history, I met Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde from Zootopia. They were just strolling around the Magic Kingdom one day. That was cool. Another day I met Remy and Emile from Ratatouille. Same thing, they were just out and about in the Magic Kingdom. I met Lotso Huggenbear at the Not So Scary Halloween Party. That's a great place to meet some rare characters. Some of the villains will come out during that time. Also at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Tarzan and Jane, I met them last year. If you're looking to meet some rarer or more unique characters, then I definitely recommend heading to some of the parties, especially Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. They do a lot of meet and greets of characters that aren't there throughout the rest of the year. So Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, the 7 Dwarfs from Snow White, the princes are generally out with the princesses. Sometimes, and then the other characters are usually wearing fun outfits. So there are a lot of great character opportunities at the Halloween and the Christmas parties, but keep in mind those characters get really, really long lines. So you kind of have to expect that you're gonna wait like an hour and you're gonna wanna get there first things first, even before the party begins for some of those, especially like Jack and Sally and the 7 Dwarfs. My favorite character interactions. Generally speaking, any of the villains are fun. So I had a really good time talking to the stepsister, Cinderella's evil stepsisters.
I was playing a new instrument.
Can I say I love your dress?
I know!
I mean,
Isn't
these are
we love them too, that's why we wore them.
amazing.
As well as Gaston at the Magic Kingdom.
Well, I'm pretty amazing because I'm me. I mean,
That's true.
is there a bad day to be me?
I don't think so. Is it hard being you?
No.
No.
It's easy.
It's easy.
It's hard for other people to try and be
Well, you probably get whatever you want. Everyone
me. I
gives
do
you
get
stuff.
whatever I want.
Except
See,
Mel.
it's my personal life philosophy. It's called looks, not books.
Okay.
Because when you look like me, you get whatever you want in life.
Purely for hugs, I love meeting Chewbacca in the Star Wars launch bay or Sully over in Walt Disney Presents, both at Hollywood Studios. Those are both great for hugs. Peter Pan, I always have a very weird experience or funny experience with, so he's a good one that I enjoy meeting.
Do you have any pixie dust on you I could borrow?
I ran out or I would be flying away.
We got to go find Tinkerbell.
Yeah, we do.
Have you seen her?
We do. She's really small.
I like talking to Mary Poppins because she's practically perfect in every way. My favorite though, of course, without a doubt, is Buzz Lightyear. I absolutely adore meeting him. He's my favorite character, so of course I love meeting him. And I had a really good time meeting Tigger recently too, because Tigger's one of my other favorite Disney characters, so I really like meeting him too, and he gives good hugs. This is a really fun question. What are my favorite character meet and greet outfits? That's very, very exciting. So like I was saying, Mickey's got a bunch of different outfits, so a lot of the characters actually have different looks that they can be seen in. I am obsessed with Ballerina Daisy at Topolino's Terrace. She's got like the little ballet shoes, little tutu. It's adorable. Of course, Minnie, another fashion icon, and I really think I like her safari outfit the most because she's still got heels on and she's dressed to go out on the savannah, but she's still stylish as ever. So I always enjoy Minnie in Animal Kingdom. I really like Belle's holiday gown, which is from the Belle Beauty and the Beast, the Christmas special. It's like that maroon velvet looking dress. Every now and again, she'll come out at that. Sometimes at Akershus, the character dining in Norway around the holidays, that's what she'll be wearing instead of her yellow ball gown, so that one's really fun. During the Not So Scary Halloween Party parade, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet, one, Christopher Robin's there, so that's cool, but two, they are dressed for Halloween, so like Eeyore was a clown and Tigger was a pirate and Piglet was a butterfly, and like it's the cutest thing that you'll ever see in your entire life. So they have different costumes that they may wear for the parade, which is very adorable. And last but certainly not least, if you meet Chip and Dale in Animal Kingdom, they are dressed as Chipmunkosauruses, which means that Chip and Dale are wearing like dinosaur footy pajamas, which that's the cutest thing ever. Characters with unique personalities and fun interactions. Like I said before, the villains are always really fun. So the stepsisters, Gaston, you can meet some villains at character dining, like the evil queen is at the character dining at Artist Point. At the Wilderness Lodge, Lady Tremaine, along with the stepsisters, is at 1900 Park Fair dinner at the Grand Floridian. So anytime you can meet a villain, they're always fun, or even just like a general kind of shifty, not 100% great character like Captain Jack is fun in Adventureland, or even Flynn Rider when he's out or at a character meal. Flynn Rider is fun as well because they're, you know, they're just not 100% on the straight and narrow. More bad guys over in Galaxy's Edge, as well as the Star Wars launch bay. You can meet a variety of Star Wars characters. So Kylo Ren is out in Galaxy's Edge, but keep in mind when you go to Galaxy's Edge, if you see Kylo Ren, if you see Rey, if you see Chewbacca, stormtroopers, they don't stop. They're not a traditional meet and greet. They kind of walk and keep going. They may mingle with the crowd. They may ask you a question. So that's fun in its own right. And then at the Star Wars launch bay, you can meet BB-8, who's a droid, so he's cute, so he sits there, but who's fun to meet at Star Wars Launch Bay is Darth Vader. He's very intimidating, as well as Chewbacca, and he gives really great hugs, as I mentioned. I really like meeting Merida. She always has great interactions. Brave isn't my favorite Pixar movie. She's not my favorite princess, but she's always really fun.
Have you found your one true love yet?
Yeah.
You have? My goodness, and where is he?
He's missing right now.
Well,
yeah,
that's all right.
You know,
sometimes you need some alone time too, huh?
Exactly.
Anytime the princes are out, so at a lot of the Halloween parties and Christmas parties, the princes will be out with the princesses, as well as sometimes the princes come out on Valentine's Day, which is great. Anytime you can meet like two characters, it's more fun because they kind of play off of each other. So like Chip and Dale, Pooh and Tigger, again, Mickey and Minnie when they're together, that's really, really fun. If I could recommend one character in each park, it's going to be Mickey in all 4 parks. Just kidding. I'm going to recommend people that you can only meet at the parks, at that specific park, and you can't meet anywhere else, including dining. So at Magic Kingdom, I would say Tinkerbell, I would say Captain Jack Sparrow, and I would say Aladdin. At Epcot, I think Anna and Elsa, the only place you can meet the Frozen characters, as well as Mulan in China. I really like Mulan, so I enjoy meeting her there. In Hollywood Studios, it's the only place that you can meet Olaf if you want to give him a hug. Like I've said, you can meet Chewbacca and Darth Vader at the launch bay. They are really fun. Or in Toy Story Land, it's the only place that you're typically going to be able to meet Woody and Jessie. Bo Peep is there sometimes as well. Of course, my true love is Buzz, but you can meet him in Magic Kingdom. And then in Animal Kingdom, I'm going to say Pocahontas because I enjoy her. Or if you want to meet Scrooge McDuck or Launchpad McQuack, you can do that in Animal Kingdom. Kind of random, but they're in Dino Land, so those are fun too. Asking how to make meeting characters less awkward. I find that if you bring a couple of prepared questions to ask them, then it's going to be more fun. You're going to get a conversation going. So just ask them something about their story. Ask Aladdin what Genie's up to. Ask Rapunzel where Pascal is. I often ask Ariel tips for how to stay away from Ursula.
Ariel, I'm very scared of Ursula. Like a lot. How do you deal with this?
Okay, so she's on one side of the ocean and I'm on the opposite side. You just swim on opposite sides, and most of the time when she comes around, my dad has got it. So I will call my dad, he's right. Come over there and he'll protect you.
You can think of something from their story, or you want to ask them like their favorite food or their favorite color. Just think of a question and that will get the conversation started. This question specifically asked about Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, how to make those less awkward. Well, those are intense. They're pretty scary. They're pretty realistic. These are bad guys and they have questions for you. So you need to play along with it and act accordingly, because you don't want to be turned over to the First Order. So you need to play along, take it very seriously, and keep in mind that's Kylo Ren and Darth Vader. So be on your best behavior. What can't you talk about with the characters? That's a very unique but a very good question. Obviously anything adult that you wouldn't talk to your kids about, you should not be talking to the characters about. You can't talk to the characters about alcohol. So like, even though Gaston has a tavern, it doesn't sell beer, and you can't talk to Gaston about beer. Another kind of weird thing that you can't talk to the characters about are these characters exist in a lot of different universes. So they exist in their animated film, but they may also exist in a live action version of the film, or folklore or fairy tales that are not even have anything to do with Disney. But the characters you're going to meet in the parks, they are from the animated film, and they are aware if there's like animated sequels or an animated TV series, like say Aladdin. He knows there's 2 more Aladdin movies. He knows that there was a cartoon series, but he doesn't know that there was a live action Aladdin movie, and he doesn't know that Aladdin is a character other places. So when you meet him, you can talk to him mostly about the main movie. You can mention the others, but he may you know, you don't want to like grill him on the weird plot points from Aladdin, the TV series. Or like Cinderella exists in fairy tales long before Disney. She's even in Shrek. She's not going to know what you're talking about if you talk about Shrek. They're not going to know what you're talking about if you bring up something like The Descendants or Once Upon a Time. So keep in mind, they exist in their animated world. My favorite Disney character? This guy right here, Buzz Lightyear. He's just my fave. Other characters I really like, all the classic characters, so Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Chip 'n Dale, Pluto. I just love all of them. Minnie's probably my favorite out of those. I also really like Tigger, as I said, and my favorite princesses are Belle and Mulan. Some fun alternatives to autograph books. That's a really great question. I've seen people do like the matting of a photo frame, so then that way they can have a picture of the characters in there and put that up. That's a really good one. Seen scrapbooks, same kind of idea. The characters can sign a t-shirt as long as it's not on you. They can't sign your skin or anything like that, so please don't ask Mickey to sign your baby's forehead, because 1, that's weird, and 2, he can't anyway. So you could do like a t-shirt or something like that, a hat, but you have to make sure you can hand it to them and they can sign it. A weird one, if the timing works out, even though they can't sign your skin, they can sign a cast. So if you've happened to broken your arm and you're in Disney World, they can sign a cast, but what they'll do is they'll ask a family member to come and like hold the cast up, so that all the character has to do is take the Sharpie and like write on it, and they're not pushing on your actual arm. I hope this is making sense. But yeah, don't like go break your arm to have a cast on at Disney World, but if you happen to have one, that would be pretty cool. Well, that is a wrap on our character Q&A. Hopefully you learned a lot about meeting characters at Disney World. It's truly one of my favorite things. Who's your favorite character to meet? Definitely let us know in the comments. Look forward to more Q&As coming soon. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. And until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.